The U.S. and Israel continue to hit Iran with airstrikes, and President Trump suggests it's just the start of a relentless campaign. So far, these attacks have killed nearly 800 people in Iran. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sam Shocker. And not only are we continuing to hit Iran, but Iran has expanded its targets to more of our embassies, including the one in Saudi Arabia. The spiraling war is also starting to affect the stock market and cost at the gas pump. More on that in just a minute, but first, NBC's Alice Barr with the latest from the Middle East.
War in the Middle East is intensifying. The U.S. Embassy in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, struck by drones. A Saudi official tells NBC News no one was injured. Now several U.S. embassies across the region are closing, ordering non-emergency personnel to leave, though thousands of flights are canceled, stranding American travelers.
All of a sudden, we're in the middle of a war zone.
Americans abroad and at home wondering how long the U.S.-Israeli military campaign against Iran will last.
We projected 4 to 5 weeks, but we have capability to go far longer than that.
This is not Iraq. This is not endless.
Now, in a new war powers notification to Congress, President Trump saying it's not possible to know the full scope and duration of the operation. Trump officials set to brief all of Congress today, as some leading Democrats who got early briefings argue Iran did not pose an imminent threat to the U.S.
There was a threat to Israel, but if we equate a threat to Israel as the equivalent of an imminent threat to the United States, then we are in uncharted territory.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio saying the administration knew Israel was preparing to strike Iran, and the U.S. acted first to prevent a chain reaction.
There absolutely was an imminent threat, and the imminent threat was that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that they would immediately come after us.
With at least 6 American service members killed as Iran strikes back, the president is vowing to destroy Iran's missile capabilities and navy, ensure they can never get a nuclear weapon, and can no longer arm terrorists. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And Congress has been talking about Iran today. A bipartisan group of lawmakers are pushing to force a vote this week to limit Trump's war powers without congressional approval. But House Speaker Mike Johnson called that dangerous and predicted the vote would fail. Well, we talked about the war's effect on the gas supply and prices, and today we are seeing it. Colorado's average gas price right now is $3.02. That is according to AAA. Yesterday it was $2.88. The average price across the country also jumped 11 cents since yesterday. The U.S. crude oil price is at its highest level since January of last year, and there are warnings that this is only the beginning. The war also taking its toll on Wall Street. There's been a worldwide sell-off of stocks, leading the Dow to drop like a rock. It was down more than 900 points this morning alone, and about an hour ago, it was still down more than 500 points. Well, it has been warm and dry this winter, but rain did indeed show up. How much are we supposed to get today? Let's check in now with our senior meteorologist, Chris Bianchi. Chris, I loved seeing the rain and hearing the rain. It's not the best for the blowout, but it doesn't matter. We need the moisture.
We need the moisture, Sam. And yeah, sorry about the blowout, but in the meantime, we're certainly happy to see the rain here along the Front Range. It's been a while since we've had any sort of water falling from the sky, whether it's the frozen form, of course I'm talking about snow there, or just the liquid form like what we're seeing here today. Fort Morgan, seeing some of that rain here across the Northeast Plains right now. And Denver, already, as of last hour, 9/100 of an inch of rain. That's not very much rain, but that is already our wettest day. Rain, snow equivalent, in 42 days since January the 19th in Denver. It's been a while since, again, we've had any sort of meaningful moisture. Hey, it's a great day to just sit inside and just watch Sam and I here on 9 News. And of course, we'll have that rain for us here through the rest of the afternoon. Those rain showers now starting to focus a bit more across the Northeast Plains, the Pawnee National Grasslands down towards the airport, seeing the majority of the rain right now. In town, little break, but we'll likely see some more rain redevelop for us. Highway 93 starting to see a bit more rain up by Boulder, and same for us at Fort Collins, Wellington, Fort Collins at the airport, already over a 1/4 inch of rain so far. Today, some showers around, could get some rumbles of thunder. In fact, my colleague Mark Salinger telling me that he heard some rumbles of thunder a few minutes ago up in Evergreen. We've got some more rain to go. Again, some rumbles of thunder. And if you want snow, it looks like we'll get at least some snow in the picture in the Denver area later this week. I'll tell you when and how much to expect coming up in just a few minutes.
Great news, Chris. Thank you. Well, Denver will no longer allow law enforcement, including federal agents, to wear masks while on duty. The Denver City Council approved it in a final vote last night, but legal experts have 9 News that spoke with say that translating these policies into practice will be complicated. So under the mask ban ordinance, Denver police would be responsible for citing or arresting any officer found in violation. But under the Supremacy Clause, federal law takes precedence over state and local law. Yasmin Chavez, an associate professor at MSU Denver, says Denver's anti-mask ordinance seems more symbolic and would likely be challenged as obstruction around federal authority.
Even if the mask ban falls, the importance of being able to have cameras, right? California has upheld that the mask ban cannot continue, but video cameras must be on, or some kind of level of identification on behalf of federal officers to identify themselves and to have that level of recording as well.
And courts struck down the mask ban in California because it only applied to federal agents. Denver's ordinance includes all law enforcement, which could shield it from some legal vulnerability. But the Department of Homeland Security has already said it will not comply with it. The legislation to expand Colorado's red flag law to allow more agencies to petition the court to remove guns from a dangerous person is moving closer to becoming law. A Colorado House committee gave its okay to the bill yesterday. It had already gotten full Senate approval, so now it goes to the full House for a final vote. Public health leaders in Colorado say a second student at Broomfield High School is confirmed to have measles. Neither student is vaccinated. Public health leaders announced the first student's diagnosis on Friday, but they say the second student may have exposed others at the school between Tuesday and Friday of last week. Students and staff who may need to take some health precautions will be contacted directly. The district says they are following the recommended protocol, which is similar to COVID, wiping down and disinfecting surface areas. The student also went to a Chick-fil-A and a Chipotle. You can find more detailed information about potential exposure on the online version of this story on 9news.com.